So I am just about to head up to the yard. I feel absolutely sick to my stomach. I feel so anxious. My hands are trembling. I even think my lips look pale, and it's so silly because I have the vet coming to see Khallie today. Crean's coming to see her, and I have really been looking forward to her coming out because I've been a bit concerned about Khallie and I want to get Khallie checked and I want to get some answers. So I've been really looking forward to her coming. And now this morning that she's coming and I'm just about to leave the house, I just feel completely overwhelmed. So I'm going to go to the yard and I'm going to get some fresh air. I'm going to get my stable and my jobs done first, and Crean's going to come up, and I have booked in a lameness check. I really don't think she's lame, but I want to cross that off my list. So Khallie, she just hasn't been herself, and she has been like lazy when I'm riding her, which is really not like her. She seems very like happy within herself. She looks in great condition. She seems like happy. She's eating, she's drinking, everything seems pretty normal, but it's just when I get on to ride, I don't know, and I just want Crean to come out and hopefully find something. I want there to be something so I can help her, but I don't want her to find anything that's like terrible. But I'm overthinking it and everything's going to be fine. But it's quite overwhelming. But I need to think that, like, I was looking forward to her coming, and I still am, and I'm going to go and I'm going to see her, and everything's going to be fine. Right, up the yard, fresh air, kiss the horse, get everything ready for the vet to come. I'm afraid it wasn't good news, and unfortunately that morning Khallie was diagnosed by the vet with sidebone and navicular changes. After a lameness assessment, we could see that Khallie was lame on the hard ground. The vet x-rayed her front hooves, and that's when the diagnosis was made. So sidebone is when the lateral cartilages, which are flexible and shock absorbing, turn into rigid bone, which can result in lameness. There was also presence of an old fracture in Khallie's left front lateral side bone. So the vet also mentioned that there was chronic remodelling of Khallie's navicular bone. So that is the tiny little bone that sits behind the coffin joint and underneath the short pastern. I'm not afraid to share Khallie's x-rays. I'm going to label them as best as I can. I'm sharing them so people can educate themselves on different issues that horses can have. And I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. Khallie's side bone is bad, and I'm hoping to track our progress on how I'm going to manage her going forward. So unfortunately, from a young age, Khallie has never had good conformation of her forelimbs, and we have been aware of that, and we have been trying our best over the years to support her the best we can. But unfortunately, time has just caught up on her, and this is the result. I feel like the scariest part is that I don't know like how long I'm going to have with her. I feel like she's like a ticking time bomb. Because she's never been lame, and now this has come on all of a sudden and she's very lame on the hard ground. I don't know if she's gonna decline real quick or if it's just a bout of really bad luck. Will I ever get to will I ever get to the stage where I can just like hack her out in a pair of like padded boots? At the moment, I don't even think that is an option. I've bought the padding for her boots anyway, just in case. Or even if I can just hand walk her down the road with some padding in her boots to get her out. That was actually the vet's calling because I was trying to get Khallie booked in to get a gastroscope because I want to know if she has been like silently suffering, to check her for ulcers as like a secondary problem if she's been living with like a low pain for a long time. And getting her checked for ulcers will also allow me to, or allow the vet to make decisions on what type of pain relief she can have going forward, because if they have ulcers, you don't want to give them like a medication that's going to irritate it further. So that's as far as I am right now. Yeah. I was at my local tack shop recently and I seen that they had these like sack hay nets, and I looked at it and I was like, do I want that? And I was like, no, I don't need it, because I'm one of these people, I don't buy things unless I need them. Now I have a reason to buy it, because Khallie could do with losing some weight, because that will help, you know, with her side bone to keep her more comfortable. Want to have her at a good weight, and the vet said she was slightly overweight. Well, I say slightly, she could be really overweight, maybe she was just putting it nice and kind. But I got my sack, I will show you. Listen to that, I've got like 50 packets of hula hoops in my car because my mum gave me an extra large bag, and it's got like a little window in it, and I thought I could even fill this for her stable at night time to like slow her down a bit, or I could even put my own hay net into the sack so it's like doubled up and has you know, and you can only access it through this little window. Anyway, I'll show you once I get it hung up. I have so much chopped straw in my car. The smell is like knocking me out because I think it's got eucalyptus in it. But I had thought about changing Khallie onto chopped straw, but I haven't done it yet because the vet had mentioned if I want to get Khallie scoped to check for ulcers, that she might eat the chopped straw, and I don't want to go through all of that, get this scope done and see that Khallie has a belly full of chopped straw. So I'm going to have to buy some more shavings in the meantime, and yeah, eventually put the chopped straw in. But I need to get the chopped straw out of my car because it smells so strong, it's nearly giving me a headache. Do you want to see my sack? Dripped on. As you can see, it's another beautiful day in Northern Ireland. But yeah, I've got my wee clip. I think Khallie's having a bit around outside because there's another horsey getting to run around. She's going a bit daft. Might bring her in. Is that good? So I actually stopped putting Khallie's nets into the feeder because when Missy has finished her food, this is her, you know, door for her to put her head over, and they were just beside each other, and I think this just gives both of them an extra bit of privacy when they're eating. And yeah, she definitely seems happy enough with the hay net move. Have to just buy myself little things just to cheer myself up, you know. Keep Khallie happy. Aren't you the most beautiful girl? So this is the Hillview chopped straw bedding that I got, that actually says contains bitter apple to discourage consumption and is fragranced with eucalyptus. So I did get that right. Definitely smells like eucalyptus. And yeah, they're really big bags. But I'm going to try and get all 3 into the wheelbarrow, so I only have to do 1 run. No one ever wants to do more than 1 run. My mum, I can hear her shouting at me. Watch your back, watch your back. I hope you stay on. Pretty girl. Hi. You're so pretty. Is she not like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in the whole world? Well, isn't this a sad sight? Joke's on me for buying an Equitax and getting my saddle fitted literally 2 weeks before I found out that I probably won't ever get to ride her again. So, bye Khallie girl, bye friends. Yeah, I'm gonna take it home and give it a good clean, and I just don't know where to put it, because when I was pregnant I kept my saddle in my makeup room. Sounds very fancy, it's just the smallest room in my house. And that was okay because I knew after 9 months I would get to use it again. But this time it's slightly different. Oh, my car's such a mess. Right. Can I close? Okay. To go home and get some dinner. Oh my goodness, the wind. What are you doing, Khallie girl? Every day that passes, I just feel like I come across like more things that I haven't thought about. I never let Khallie run around in the arena like a mad thing, because I want her, when she's in here and I'm exercising her, you know, to be relaxed and find relaxation in here and be supple and have no tension. And today I was like, well, if I'm not going to be riding her, I might as well just like put her into the school to let her have a walk about, and it's a soft surface and to change up her day a little bit for her. And then you see her running around like that, like a lunatic. And obviously, like, that's good. She obviously feels happy that she can kick up the heels and run around. She doesn't look like terribly uncomfortable or anything. But then I'm just like, might be a bit different in the summertime when she's out in the field during the day, but at the moment they're just on hard standings. And it's just like, yeah, I never actually thought about how I'm gonna manage her, because is she just gonna be this like crazy animal now because she's not getting enough like enrichment in her life? Ugh. Does she need to be somewhere where her life's more enriched, where she's out in the herd? But I love it up here, and so many factors play into so many different factors play into like where is a good place to keep your horse. I'm not making any rash decisions. I really love it up here, and she is happy, but as a retired horse, is it going to be enough moving forward? But I'm going to stay put for now. I'm in no rush. But yeah, I never even thought, is she going to be nuts? Is she going to be a crazy horse? How much can I do with her? You know, I would like to be able to come in here and do groundwork and things with her, but I don't want to do it if she's not able to do it, but yet I do not want to do it if she's gonna be like running around like an absolute hellion. And obviously I can do things at liberty and she can do it with me if she wants to, and if she doesn't, she doesn't have to. Each day might be different. I just have no idea. Hi, pretty girl. Hello. Look at you standing up. What have you got your feet on? Hi. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Look at you. Let's see your little face. See your little eye up there. Is there tension in her eyes? Let's see your nostrils, Khallie. Is there tension in your nostrils? Sometimes there can be in one nostril, where one nostril will be a bit higher than the other. Do you see? Her right nostril always sits a little higher. There's a little bit of tension above this eye here. So it is the night before Khallie gets scoped. I have lifted all of the shavings out of the stable. She just has her bucket of water, her bum scratch, no hay, from 6 p.m. onwards. They're calling in the morning to scope her. I just thought she's gonna find this really difficult, and I'm not taking any chances of her eating or bedding or anything. So I'm gonna lift it all out just for the one night, because I do not want to have to go through this 2 times with her, because she is not going to find it easy. She's not a very good patient. She hates to be sedated. She doesn't like vet. So, and as you can see, I've had to tie up the hay bale because it's outside her stable. It's just how it worked out. So yes. I'm so sorry, Khallie. Bum scratches to make up for it. So yeah, fingers crossed for tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's interesting. When I first brought her in and the shavings were out of the stable and there was no hay and blah blah blah, she found it really, really difficult. Now there are 2 more horses to come in. 2 horses are already in the barn. So she might be more settled once they're in. But it's just interesting that when the hay and like the food isn't here, you can really see how much she is struggling without it. So I wonder, is it a bit of like, there's a word for it. There's a word for it, and I can't think of what that word is, but it's like when the food's there, it keeps them taking over, and when it's not there, the bucket overflows and they can't cope. What is the word? Comfort eating. I think we'll go for comfort eating. I've given her a brush. All my shavings are in barrels, or in the 2 wheelbarrows that I have, so I'm going to pop a rug on and I'm going to leave her, and yeah, I'll be back up early in the morning. So it's the morning of the scope. I've actually bumped into Mum on the way up. She is helping me this morning, physically and mentally. I was dreaming the biggest pile of nonsense last night. So I dreamt that she ate hay and then we couldn't do it. So I'll not know till I get into the barn. But yeah, she's gonna find this really, really hard, and I'm just like trying my best to hold myself together. So I hope between me and the vet we can get it done. And I say like we, because I feel so responsible for the handling of her, because I know she can be difficult in these situations. So here we go.
We just grab a few wee pictures as we go together.
Okay.
They look quite deep. Good girl. They're pretty bad, I have to say, guys. Yeah.
Can't get over her.
And you can see even along there as well.
Yeah,
There's a bit, you know.
And I know you probably can't tell, but in sort of
I would put, it's so subjective, I would nearly put them at a grade 4 there, okay? You can just see
4
them.
out of 5 type thing, yeah.
So they're pretty bad. It's even just the
disappear.
deepness of them ones,
Yeah,
like that's actually a
look at
good
that, there's a good
bit
picture,
there.
Jess.
That's
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
Right, a cup of tea, we got a cup of tea and a biscuit.
So the scoping process went actually very well this morning. We got her sedated, we got the scope into her stomach. The vet was really nice girl, she was very gentle. But yeah, unfortunately, another hard morning with more bad news. Khallie has like grade 4, I think, like they grade them out of 5, grade 4 ulcers. I'll attach some pictures and some videos, but the ulceration, they're nearly like little volcanoes. They're very like deep. They've got like this deep center, which I'm sure is very painful. And I was sort of like 50-50 if Khallie would have ulcers or not, because on one side of the coin, she's happy to be brushed, she's happy to be girthed, she's happy to be tacked up, she like gets onto the horse box, she when I hold my arm out, she swings her back end round to let me get on. She's never said no. Now I know she was being lazy when I was riding her, so that was probably the start of her like saying no. And then on the other side of the coin, you know, she is quite a stressed horse. She doesn't like to be left behind. If the horses are going out, and then she always wants to be in the middle of it all. Like I never leave her on her own. But she's really affected by her surroundings, and her bucket can seem to like overflow really quickly. So yeah, it's just like more bad news. So she's on omeprazole now treatment for 4 weeks, and I have to syringe it into her every day. I gave her first syringe today, and she actually took it really, really well, because I'd been doing a lot of practice so I could give her her wormer, her winter wormer, which wasn't too long ago. So I was able to pop the paste into her mouth and she swallowed everything. But yeah, it obviously restricts us then for pain management for the side bone. So I just don't have any answers. Like I do have answers, but I don't have answers at the same time, because I don't know, is she gonna get worse? Are these ulcers gonna get better? And once they do get better, are they just gonna get worse again because she's struggling with her side bone? And I do so much to prevent ulcers in the first place. I don't know what else I could do to reduce the chances of her getting the ulcers again. So yeah, I just don't know about timelines and how long. So yeah, as they say on is it Frozen, the cartoon, you just have to do the next best thing. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll just see how I get on. She's such a precious girl, like, oh, she's so precious to me and to my mum. So yeah, bit of a miserable vlog, but it is the reality of things, and I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I'm not the first person to go through this, I'll not be the last, but I think it's good to talk about these things so we can like educate ourselves on them and, you know, not feel just as alone in the whole thing. So yeah.